Hey everyone! Welcome back to your go-to channel for coin collecting, numismatics, and hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the 1989 Jefferson nickel. How much is it worth in circulated condition? Could you have one that's worth more than just 5 cents? Stick around to find out. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his historic home, on the reverse. The 1989 Jefferson nickel is part of the modern-era nickels, and while it may not seem like an old coin, some variations can make it valuable to collectors. Most 1989 nickels were struck for circulation at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, while the San Francisco mint produced proof versions, which were never meant for everyday use, with over 500 million nickels struck at Philadelphia and nearly 450 million in Denver. The 1989 Jefferson nickel isn't exactly rare. However, its condition and potential errors can affect its value. In circulated condition, a 1989 Jefferson nickel is typically only worth its face value, 5 cents. However, in higher grades, the value can increase. Let's break it down. So, if you have a well-worn 1989 nickel in your pocket, it's likely only worth 5 cents. But if you find one in pristine condition, it could be worth a little more. Even though most 1989 Jefferson nickels aren't worth a fortune, there are rare error coins that could bring in some extra cash. Keep an eye out for, if the coin is missing part of its design due to a misaligned strike, it could be worth $10 to $50 depending on the severity. A doubling effect on the lettering or Jefferson's face could bring $20 or more. If part of the coin's edge is missing due to a planchet error, values range from $5 to $30. In higher grades, a full steps designation, where Monticello steps are fully visible, can increase the value to $50 or more in MS67 condition. So, is the 1989 Jefferson nickel a rare treasure? Not exactly, but if you find one in pristine condition or with an error, it could be worth more than just pocket change. The Jefferson nickel series has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a left-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. But what makes the 1989 Jefferson nickel unique? The 1989 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities at 3 different U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Let's break it down. Since this was a high mintage year, finding a circulated 1989 Jefferson nickel is quite common, but don't be discouraged. There are still some key factors that can make your coin valuable. The 1989 Jefferson nickel is made of a 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy weighing 5 grams. It has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters with a smooth edge. The design remained the same as earlier years, with Liberty and the year on the obverse, and E Pluribus Unum above Monticello on the reverse. Being a modern coin with high mintage, the 1989 Jefferson nickel was widely circulated throughout the U.S. economy. You've probably seen it in your change or vending machines. However, finding one in mint condition from circulation is rare, as these coins wear down quickly due to their nickel-copper alloy. Coins with clear, well-defined steps on Monticello can be worth more. Look for off-center strikes, double dies, or misprints, as they can increase the value significantly. Now, the big question: how much is the 1989 Jefferson nickel worth today? Well, circulated versions are generally worth face value, 5 cents, unless they are in exceptional condition. But let's look at key price points. If you're looking for a valuable 1989 Jefferson nickel, here's what to do. Look closely at Monticello's steps under magnification. Off-center strikes, doubling, or missing elements can add value. The better the condition, the higher the price. So, the next time you get a nickel in your change, take a closer look. You might be holding a rare error coin or even a high-grade full steps variety. Coin collecting is full of surprises, and who knows? That 5-cent piece in your pocket could be worth much more. Today, we're diving into the world of U.S. coins once again. We'll be talking about the 1996 Jefferson nickel, a classic 5-cent piece that has been in circulation for decades. We'll uncover its history, design, minting details, errors, and of course, its current circulated value. So, if you're a coin collector or just curious about the change in your pocket, stick around till the end. Before we talk about the value, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel series was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features the profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. This design remained unchanged for decades, making it one of the most iconic nickels in U.S. history. Fast forward to 1996, and the Jefferson nickel was still going strong. The year 1996 wasn't a particularly rare year for these coins, but there are still some interesting things to know about them. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. How much is a 1996 Jefferson nickel worth today? Since billions of these coins were made, a typical circulated 1996 nickel isn't worth much more than face value, just 5 cents. However, if you have a well-preserved, uncirculated, or rare variety, the value goes up. Even though 1996 nickels are common, error coins can fetch higher values. Here are some to look out for. If the design is misaligned, it could be worth $10 to $100 plus depending on severity. If Monticello steps on the reverse are fully visible and not worn down, it could be worth $20 to $200 plus in high grades. If you find any of these errors, get them checked by a professional grader. If it's just a regular, worn-out nickel, it's probably only worth 5 cents. However, if you find an uncirculated version, proof coin, or an error variety, it might be worth holding onto or even selling. Either way, it's always fun to check your pocket change. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. president and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, which remains one of the most recognizable buildings in American history. By 1996, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for 58 years with very few design changes. The coin retained its original design from 1938, making it one of the longest-running unchanged coin designs in U.S. history. Because of such high mintage numbers, the 1996 Jefferson nickel is common in circulation *** today. It does not have significant rarity unless it is in high uncirculated grades or has notable minting errors. The 1996 Jefferson nickel maintained the standard 75% copper and 25% nickel composition that had been in place since 1866. Unlike wartime nickels from 1942 to 1945, which contained silver due to metal shortages, the 1996 version followed the standard non-silver composition. This design remained unchanged until 2004, when the U.S. Mint released a special Westward Journey nickel series to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Since billions of 1996 Jefferson nickels were minted, they remain common and are typically worth face value, 5 cents, in circulated condition. However, collectors may seek out proof versions, high-grade uncirculated coins, or error varieties which can be worth significantly more. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome coin videos. Let me know in the comments below.